Nachi free.
Fidel Castro's legacy is not that complicated. He was a psychopathic murderer. And everyone needs to know this. At least anyone and everyone who values their own life and values freedom. It cannot be put out there. There cannot be enough people talking about this and putting this man's murderous, brutal, unconsciously selfish dictatorship into its proper context. He was not a president. He was not elected. Ever. And it's really troubling as the son of Cuban exiles who were put into forced labor camps, having seen so many of my other family, relatives that I know who have been imprisoned for decades, other relatives that have just disappeared, and then to watch people nowadays fawning over Fidel Castro. And if it were the average people on the street, just knuckleheads and morons, you know what, to each his own, I would, especially the people wearing the Che Guevara t-shirts. But what I find very troubling are heads of state. People like Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, which I think he's come to his senses. And I don't think he went to the funeral with all the other dictators that I'm sure are there, like Robert Mugabe from Zimbabwe, who considers Fidel Castro to be the ultimate role model, of course. Keep your entire nation under hyperinflation and borderline starvation. And of course, someone like Fidel Castro is your hero. Oh my God. And then all the talk of the free education and the free healthcare from people like Bernie Sanders and Jill Stein. Oh. The free healthcare, the free education, those were bones they threw out to people in order to keep the people from suffocate, from coming back at them, from taking them down. Every single dictatorship has to give something back, at the very least. That's the danger. That's why I feel so compelled to reach out to anybody who will bother listening. And I see this pattern still going. It's still playing out in Venezuela. How many more people need to be on the brink of starvation in that country? North Korea, forget about it. How many other countries throughout the Middle East, throughout Africa, throughout Southeast Asia, throughout Central America? How many more people need to continue to needlessly suffer because of these tyrants and the imbeciles who should know better that continue to excuse their unforgivable crimes against humanity? Anyway, I'll be making more of these, whether people watch them or not, whether people think I'm an asshole, I don't give a fuck. He needs to be seen for what he is. He's a monster, for God's sakes. And I hope this video makes sense. I hope I reached out to somebody. I don't know. Anybody wants to take my word for it. And thanks for watching.
Homegrown.